computer. Okay. Nothing happened for me, but I see, we are recording, great. Okay, so Bob Sterner again, and we're gonna walk through the UMN Water Network website. So this is the homepage of the UMN Water Network. And on the homepage, you'll see a little bit of news, a brief statement about what it's all about, and a series of images that were nominated by various water centers and water units around the university to represent the kind of work they do. And the website kind of breaks down into these categories of learn, interact, and stay current. And these links down here will take you to the same places that the menu headers will. So we'll use the menu to go on. One thing you'll see here with the homepage is this logo, the State of Water, which is a logo that was developed under contract by the university's Water Council as a way of creating kind of a visual branding of the water community. And so we'll eventually get to this page, but this State of Water logo is available to you to use at your discretion, where you want to communicate that you're part of a big, complicated, vast, powerful, and productive university community studying water. The first page that we'll go to beyond the home page is this one, the members page. And probably most of you have found this and found resources on it. But the way this works is if someone wishes to join the UMN Water Network, they do so by going to the link at the very bottom of this page or any of the other pages. Click here to join. This is probably how most of you got here. And so I won't take you to that form, you've seen it. But a couple things to note are that the network is presently configured to accept people who have a UMN EDU email address. We decided to do things this way, essentially to build an inward-facing website, an inward-facing set of tools for the university community with some ties to the external community that we'll talk about in a few minutes. But principally, this set of tools was developed to help all of us at the university do our job better. Building a water network site that was serving kind of equally anyone around the world who chose to come to it would be a very, very different beast than this thing is. So it's here for you. The possibility of it growing beyond university is always there in the future, but honestly, it's a step we're going to have to take pretty carefully because it will really change the nature of this. So these members, all of them listed here, are people who have UMN EDU or d.umn.edu or some other version of UMN EDU addresses. Once someone has said they want to join the network, two things happen behind the scenes. One is that individual gets added to the Google group that we'll talk about in a minute. And number two thing that happens is the folks behind the scenes in the library who run Experts at Minnesota tag individuals with a special tag that says they're members of this network. And then this website is generated dynamically. Every time someone views this web page, it goes to the Experts at Minnesota website and pulls out all of the people who have that tag. I see there's a question in the chat. We'll get to questions in a little bit. But we're not pulling every bit of data about anyone in the network from Experts. It's pulling specific pieces to list here, obviously name, pronouns, which actually I'm proud to say that our work on this network stimulated the folks at Experts who were already thinking about this, but our request to have pronouns included sort of sped up for them the need to include pronouns in Experts. So we did a positive thing there, I think. title that's listed there. And then this little blurb is referred to at experts as your network bio. And so this is language that you write in your form when you're joining the network to describe what your interests in water are that are most relevant to this network. Anyone who wishes to can modify anything on here by clicking on your name or going to the Experts at Minnesota website, logging into your profile and changing things there. That's so what content you see here about yourself is fully under your control. I want to put a plug in for members of the network. Those of you here on this call or watching this video who have joined, welcome. And also, I really want to strongly encourage you to take a few minutes, go to your expert's profile, and add a image of yourself, a photo of yourself. I happen to think this page looks a lot better when there's lots of smiling faces than these gray outlines. So thanks to those who have done it. And if you haven't gotten around to it yet, here's a little reminder. It just takes a minute once you have the image you like, go to experts and put a photo in there and your smiling face will appear on this page. So that's the members. Let me see what happened here. I'm going to look at the chat. Okay, this is from Liz. Okay, Liz, you and I can deal with this one on our own. There's a special thing about her name here. Someone says, oh, here she is. Hi, Liz. Let's work on your hyphenated name after this. Let's see, a couple of other things happening in the chats. I clicked on my profile and got a page not found. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know exactly what's going on there, Chris. What I suggest you do is you go to the Experts at Minnesota page where there's a help link somewhere. I forgot exactly where it is. Because it's those people in the library who maintain experts who can help you with this one. There's something going on there that I don't quite understand. Someone wants to know where to edit. Okay, I'll get that link out to Adam and others in a minute. We'll put that link in the chat window. Oh, the other thing I want to mention is graduate students are a little bit special. And so I learned in putting all this stuff together that typically graduate students at the University of Minnesota are in Experts at Minnesota, but they aren't automatically made public there. And this is a student privacy issue. So grad students are there, but if you just go to Experts at Minnesota and you're a grad student, you probably won't find yourself. If you are a grad student and you asked to be a member of this network, then besides being flagged to be a member of the network, the folks at Experts will make your profile public because you've requested it. That takes a little extra work behind the scenes, so we're a little tiny bit slower getting graduate students incorporated than we are faculty and staff, but it still goes pretty fast. Oh, there's somebody's helping with a page on how to expert. So there's an answer to the question about how to edit your expert's profile. It's in there in the chat. Thank you, Kristen. Someone's asking if there's a delay. Carrie, I see that question from you. Can you tell me when you hit the join button? How many? Like,
it was about a week ago, maybe.
Oh, a week. Don't know the answer to that. Nicole, you're on the call right here.
Yep.
Will you help track down what's going on with I lost the name. With Carrie?
Carrie Jennings.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Ready to move on? All right. The next page here is water circles. This is something I have high hopes for. I personally think that if this water network becomes a truly valuable asset to the university, it will be because of water circles. That's just my opinion. Water circles is the name we've come up with to identify working groups that don't last necessarily forever, but last long enough to get something done. And so here's a description of what water circles are. 2 water circles have officially made it to the website so far. One on water and the Sustainable Development Goals, led by Jeff Standish, and a second one on cyanobacteria, that's led by Cody Sheik. There's a third one that is almost ready to go public. And I've heard from a few other people who are thinking about it. Basically what a water circle is a kind of a standing working group arranged around some topic. We encourage, we don't insist on, but we encourage that water circles contain people of all career stages and people from across the university system. Why would you want to do a water circle? Well, the main reason I can think of why someone would go to the trouble of doing this is if you are pursuing some goal which is best done in a group, by a group, but you still need to recruit people to your group. A water circle would be an awesome way to do this. So by taking the trouble, it just takes a few minutes, of applying to be a water circle leader, your activities become publicized here on this website. Essentially, this website puts you in touch with the full UMN water network, so that you can accomplish what it is you want to accomplish. So I think the main thing we can do for you in pursuing team-based work is we can help put you in touch with team members. We also have a little bit of funding that we intend to, like in the next couple days, put up a new application form where people who have water circles can request up to $2,500 funding to just help them do what work they're trying to do in their circle. It's obviously not a ton of money, but it would be enough money when the pandemic is over to have some meetings, hire an undergrad to help curate something, or find some data, or help, with the work of the group. Essentially, however you want to use $2,500, as long as it's legal at the University of Minnesota, we're going to be fine with it. So presently, there is a form for anyone who wishes to start a water circle to do it. And we don't yet have the form up here to request the funding, but that will be up very, very soon. So these water circles, we are saying we intend for them to have a lifespan of something like 6 months to 2 years. We will expect that water circle leaders, first of all, publicize their water circle within the network and run a water cooler meeting like we're doing now about their network, just to introduce it. So sell your idea to the rest of the water network. And then we're going to ask for occasional brief updates posted to the forum every 6 months or something, just to keep it fresh and to keep reminding people that something's going on, and possibly to encourage more people to join these water circle groups. So that's what's going on here with these water circles. As I said, I have high hopes for this. If in fact the work we've done to put this website together and run it generates a few kind of longish lasting collaborations that wouldn't have happened before, and accomplish something new and exciting, I think we'll all be really, really pleased. Water coolers. So water coolers are intended to be brief, one-off gatherings virtually, like we're doing now. We've created two kinds of water coolers. Regular water coolers are presently happening once a week for 20 minutes, no agenda, simply a Zoom window for anyone within the network who wishes to just log in, see who's there, say hi. I mean, the image of walking down the hall to a water cooler really is what this is all about, except it's virtual. So we're doing regular water coolers once a week. I encourage you, if you have 20 minutes to spare, just drop in, chat, meet some people. There have been some really great conversations already in the water coolers that have happened, and people have met each other and exchanged email addresses and stuff. So things are happening there. We intend to keep doing these once a week as long as the demand is still there. The topical water coolers are also meant to be one-off, or at least sort of scheduled one at a time, where if you have something you want to tell the rest of the network about, we encourage you to schedule a topical water cooler at the time and for the duration you wish. You will be the Zoom host. This is basically a soapbox for you to get on and either poll people for information about something, or tell people about exciting opportunities they may not be aware of. I think we'll maybe try to twist the arms of leaders of water units around the university, each to present a water cooler about their units, so that those of us at the university can learn more about those units around the university. Again, this is a virtual soapbox. If you want to do one, you simply send an email to this watercouncil@umn.edu email address. This email address, watercouncil@umn.edu, goes to the people behind the scenes of the website. Anything about the website or the functioning of a network, or questions about water coolers, water circles, anything else about the network, you can send that to watercouncil@umn.edu, and those of us behind the scenes will receive it and act on it. So that's what water coolers are all about. The forum. This forum button is really nothing more than a Google group. If you know about Google groups, you know about how these work. I'll click on it, and this is what it looks like when you log in there. This is a way for you to just send broadcast a message out to the rest of the network community. So we encourage things like announcements. If you have a seminar series with a lot of water stuff, it'd be great to have you send an announcement about that series. If you're just looking for people to interact with about a given topic, one way to find people would be to send a message to this forum and say, I'm interested in X, Y, or Z, and I'm looking for people who want to talk about it. The posts you can go to the forum through these links that I just showed you, or you can just send an email to waterscholars@umn.edu. And that email address will submit a posting to this group. We've turned on the moderation settings here. I don't want to discourage you from posting, but we also sort of want to protect you from getting emails that you don't need. So at present, All network members are moderated. So if you send something to here, one of us will see it and look at it. Sort of a couple things have come through where somebody didn't intend to send it to the whole group, and we've circled back and said, did you really mean to send this to the whole group? And no. So we protected you from some extra emails that way. But the posts are moderated. They are public, so you don't have to be a member of the network to see posts here. So anything you post here could be viewed by anyone on the web. I guess that's it about this. It feels to me like the forum really hasn't gotten going much yet. We've had a few people utilize it, but I don't want to inundate everybody with emails, but I think there's a lot more capacity for information to be exchanged here than we've seen happen so far. That's the forum. We have a page that is informational in nature. We've gone around, and those of us in the Water Council and people who set up the website, we have identified the seminars we are aware of that are either water centered or often have water content, and we've just listed them here. Honestly, it's not a super helpful resource, but maybe has some value to you. Maybe someday this could be turned into a more elaborate calendar kind of tool, but to be honest, that was just sort of beyond our capabilities and means right now. So we do have a listing of water seminars here. If it does you any good, check it out. Publications is the page that I just mentioned a little bit ago. This is another page which is acquiring information from experts at Minnesota. So those of us at the university with our experts pages, the experts page is behind the scenes using ORCID and I think some other tools to automatically identify publications attributed to us individuals. And the experts page that we all have lists those publications. It's not without problems. I understand from talking to a number of people that if you really want that experts page to be just how you want it, you have to expect to do a little curation. But my experience is it works pretty well on its own, maybe not perfectly. And so what happens when you go to this page is this page searches a secondary listing of publications that experts makes and then displays all those. So theoretically, what we have here is a full accounting of all of the publications put out by any member of the UMN Water Network, all 170 something of us, chronologically going back to 2018 is the cutoff we chose. And so, for example, if you want to know if somebody at the university is working on, I don't know, toxins, you can go to the filter button and maybe not toxin, but toxia, toxicology, or toxic, and you'll get a bunch of hits, or groundwater. And so these are the things that have groundwater in the title. You can search for individuals. There's me. So it's a tool for anyone in the world to see what's going on at the University of Minnesota, because this full website is viewable by anyone on the web. It's also a way for us to learn about each other. So that's what's going on here. We're almost done. The branding page is what I indicated a little earlier. These are materials that a design team put together for us, which include the State of Water logo in various guises. a couple of other interesting graphics images, and then a relatively detailed 19-page kind of style guide. If this is your thing, go for it. But at this point, we just simply want to encourage anyone who wants to sort of fly the flag and indicate that they're part of this Rockin' University of Minnesota community that's doing water scholarship. You can find the branding materials here. You can download the logos and use them as you wish. Let's see. One last page to mention here is, in case you're interested, an earlier project by the Water Council was something we called the Water Inventory. And we worked with a couple of consultants and scoured databases and sent around a lot of emails and did our best at that time to identify the breadth and dimensions of the water research community at the University of Minnesota. That exercise identified 272 individuals from a bunch of departments. There's a bunch of facts and figures here about the size and breadth of the water research community. And then a relatively long report here, which actually has a bunch of interesting nuggets, like information about, here are all of the course titles from the University of Minnesota of water courses. And these are word clouds from all of those water courses. So you can kind of see what words show up in the curriculum about water at the University of Minnesota. And there's a bunch of other interesting facts and figures in here that we welcome you to have a look at. So that's it. I'm about to wrap up and see what other questions you have. I just want to close with our hope at the Water Council that by developing this and maintaining it and helping all of you do your jobs, that we can make a positive impact on water scholarship, which is spread out all over the university. And so oftentimes communication, coordination, getting the right people to do the most important things can be really difficult in an environment like that. Maybe lessons we've learned during this awful pandemic about virtual interaction will create kind of a lasting legacy for us here at Minnesota as we just sort of fully embrace and go whole hog into the idea of virtual communities. So that's it. I'm gonna stop talking and welcome questions either verbally or in the chat window. Thanks for attending. Thanks back to Valerie and Ben who chatted. Hi, Valerie. Valerie, if you don't mind me putting you on the spot, as a dean at the university, what are your thoughts about this?
I think it's great. No, I think it is really a great initiative. I was involved in some of the earlier conversations to try to get water researchers kind of coordinated because we are just spread out all over the place. So I'm really excited about this.
Great.
Great initiative.
And you're a water scholar yourself, so I hope this helps you.
I am, and I hope so too.
Anyone else? I see Dave Mullo still here. Did I forget anything, Dave? You've been part of developing this.
Yeah, I think we've had a really great, level of interest in this from U of M faculty. I know that I've participated in a number of the water coolers. I would encourage everybody to do so. You meet a lot of new people. It's great to see that there's 2 water circles that are starting, because I think we hoped that that was really going to be the catalyst for a lot of new energy at PU. And I think in the long run, we are looking to sort of extend collaborations outside of the university as well. So feel free to think about how to do that and how to engage people outside the university, because after all, everybody cares about water. It's not just the university.
Dave, thanks for bringing that up, because I forgot to mention that. In the context of water circles, I did mention we're encouraging people of all career stages, people across the system, and I simply forgot to mention we're also encouraging external members external to the university to be part of these water circles. So this is one place right now where we're trying to build some further interactions between the university and the broader world.
So Bob, can I ask a question? This is Valerie.
Yeah.
Because I thought you said in the beginning that so membership you had to have a UMN email account.
Right.
But you can participate or be invited by a member to participate in a circle, even if you don't have a UMN.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And the way that works, Valerie, is the network that we're focusing on here is not going to control the membership of water circles. We simply identify leaders, and then those water circles will use whatever tools they wish to communicate with each other or maintain a list. And so I'm sure we're going to see quite a few external members interacting with the university through these water circles, but those external members won't become sort of full-fledged. That's kind of a bad way to put it, but they won't become actual members of the network. But they will participate in the circles. Okay. I hope that was clear.
Yep. Thank you.
We're a few minutes over. Any last questions? Nicole, did I forget anything?
Nope, that should be everything.
All right. Oh, that's a cool idea about word cloud in the publication section. Yeah, you can, I've already done it a couple times myself. You can just copy all within the publications list and mess with it. That's how I've sort of counted up how many publications are in there. But there's a lot of data within that publications field. So it would be an interesting thing to play with. Thanks, Tyler, for that idea. All right, I'm gonna stop the meeting now. Thanks for coming. We'll post this one on the website so that anyone coming along later can see it, or if for whatever reason you want to go back and see anything, it'll be there. All right, so long.